Hey everybody, my name is Incoherence and this is our Axumite campaign, episode 18 I believe, and that is probably the number of stacks that the Sassanids have sent. We've got yet another fucking stack here led by Shapur, and I gotta say, this is fucking ridiculous. I don't know how many stacks the Sassanids have sent in total, but it's gotta be nearly, I think it's probably nearly 18 stacks, like more than 10, less than 20, somewhere in there. Of course, as we all know, they're coming from Attila, and then landing in Berenice, and that's where this stack led by Shapur came. So what we have to do to combat this is build our fleet. We now have 9 ships. The enemy Sassanid fleet in Ayla has 13 ships. So I think we want to pump a bunch of cash into strengthening our fleet a little bit. So we've got 2 missile units, which is probably more than enough. I almost want another artillery unit so that we can actually raid coastal cities, but I think what we need is just straight up melee ships. So I think maybe some more Liburnian galleys would do with desert heavy corsairs. That would be nice. They are one of the more cost-effective ships. I'm not sure how they perform in combat because I've never actually had to use them. But we can find out. So look at that. In one turn, we can build our fleet up to our required number. That is going to cost 600 coins per turn, more or less. And our income is pretty low to begin with, so that's a bit of a stretch. But to stem the tide of these armies between Ayla and Berenice would be a great boon. Then we could actually march out of Adulis. Latem is stuck in Adulis with his little tiny army, much like Yanbisianaf was. It's been years this army has been stationed in the city, so it would be great to bust out. Now, in Arabia Felix, and Basa has an army ready to head these Mazanites off the path. So we're going to run over, see what's up. Our spies have reported that the Mazanite army is entirely spearmen. So that's going to be quite easy to destroy, I believe. If we look at our battlefield, it'll probably be... We'll have a slope on the north side. Yeah, looks to be... Okay, so yeah, we're going to fight this battle. It's about evenly matched, though, man for man. So I think our swords are really going to have to carry it here. Our swords and our missiles. Because of, as we all know, these spears are not really heavily armored, so our missiles will do a lot of work there. And I think we have more cavalry than the enemy. They may only have their general, plus whatever unit this is. I'm not sure. But anyway, everyone, as I said, I will see you guys on the battlefield as we destroy these Mazunite dogs. Okay, it's going to be a dusty one, everyone. We're fighting in a sandstorm, which is not going to be too bad. A bit of a detriment to our vision, but it's not like we're trying to ignite buildings or, you know, ships or anything like that, so it's not a huge deal. The Mazanites did bring some mercenary desert raiders, so they do in fact have 2 units of cav, and then the rest is fucking spears. The spear turner, pole turner, whatever the hell you call them in Omana must be just fucking dirt, well, not dirt rich, that doesn't even make sense. He must be like rich as fuck, because he's had to manufacture, let's see, what is this, 11 units of spears? Yeah, he's had to manufacture like 1,300 spears. That's fucking nuts. I don't know what the typical production rate of pole turners is. Pole turners almost sounds like a slang word for like a prostitute, doesn't it? I don't know if that's the actual term for a person who manufactures spears. You know what? I remember playing Stronghold 2, where you were able to employ people that would make spears, and I'm pretty sure they were called pole turners. Actually, no, you know what, a pole turner could very easily be like a word for a stripper, because, you know, they turn around a pole. That's not exactly like a family-friendly train of thoughts, though, so I may just... Anyway, so we're going to advance on these spearmen, and as I said, we want to make sure we utilize our missiles. So we're going to try to get into range here. I want my Donna trackers, I think, on this side of the field, so that we can stick the dogs on their light cav. That should be good. I've got my slingers on the flanks. I'm hoping that they will do a bit of damage. though I'm not sure how effective they will be. They may end up getting run off by enemy spears. I've got Mbasa with a very strong spear line here, so I'm hoping that I can very easily flank around with my Afar swordsman, especially if I put them on the flanks like so. Okay, so looks like these cavalry are charging, so I'm going to actually loose my dogs. Well, I wanted to target this unit, but that didn't really work at all. Okay, so it looks like these cav have charged, and okay, so that was... Oh, shit. No. Do not throw your spears, please. Okay, so our archers are firing. We want them behind our spear line. Our slingers are going to come out way on the flank so that my... so they'll be able to sling into the flanks of some of these units. My trackers are not doing so hot. Okay, so we're going to do a bit of a counter charge here. I think I want something like that. Okay. That should designate some attacks, some charges. Yes, no, maybe so. I don't know. Okay, well, my Afar swordsmen are going to come around the flanks. Something like this. And our cavalry has engaged these mercenaries. I don't know what my Afar swordsmen are doing on this flank. They're not doing much of anything. Okay, so our archers are pretty useless right now, but these slingers are gonna come way around into the rears of these units. Actually, that would be great. Something like that. And Baza has totally fucking annihilated these desert spears. They're beginning to rout immediately, much like this unit. I don't know why they're fleeing already. I guess they're just like whiny little babbies. The whiniest troops they could find, apparently. Okay, so our cavalry is not doing so hot against their cavalry for some reason. A little odd. Anyway, I'm going to sling into the rears of these desert spears. There we go. We're going to roll up the line with our Afar swordsmen because it looks like these spears are about to break. They were wavering a minute ago. There we go. Looks like we're doing pretty good. Yeah, shit, this is not bad at all. Not bad. Okay, let's sling at the enemy general. There we go. Now, oh shit, yeah, we're gonna roll up these lines quite easily. We want to break the center, though, that's the thing. So my cavalry is going to... Oh, shit. These guys reformed very quickly. We're going to try to break this unit that's next to the enemy general. That way we can just continue to chew through all of these guys. So we're going to break that... Oh, shit. Okay, we're gonna need some cavalry on this flank as well. Jesus Christ. We're going to charge into the rears of those men, and holy shit, here we go. The mouse routes are beginning. We're going to start rolling up the flanks. It's going to be good. It's going to be glorious. Oh boy, my cavalry is doing their duty as well. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, well, it doesn't look like we were able to sling at these units as much as I had anticipated, but that's just fine. Okay, my cavalry is going to dominate these units that are running away. My Afar swordsmen, of course, are going to take out these legionaries who should be receiving fire now. They've broken. Okay. We've killed the enemy general as well. So now it's just down to... It's just down to just destroying the remaining units. We're going to rebuild our front lines. We'll get our swordsmen to build a line as well. And then we can ensure that our cavalry has an easy go of it as my slingers try to break this last unit. Oh, they're being slung. They don't know where to turn. Sling, slang, slung. Okay, we took care of those guys. That was not bad well, not a bad battle. Quite a good victory, actually. Although we did lose a little bit more cavalry than I'd wanted. But I think we really dominated that battle. The AI there did not play very well, just allowed themselves to get enveloped so easily. For some reason, even though they had, you know, more melee infantry, more spearmen, they decided to match my combat width. They didn't decide to, you know, do like a counter flank. Very odd. Anyway, so we've got a huge amount of dead Mazunites on this hill here. And my Afar swordsmen are going to begin feasting any minute now. So let's look away. Let's hide our eyes. You don't want to... That's something you do not want to see in your lifetime. Like an Afar swordsman just going fucking ballistic. Just going absolutely nuts on a corpse. You know, chopping off legs, shit like that. Anyway, we may as well end the battle. because we have killed and captured most everyone. We only lost 260 men, killed 1,400 Mazunites. My god. Okay, we have well and truly fucked up this army. It is disastrous for the Mazunites. We're going to take on warriors.
Ready for orders.
And then we're going to pursue these guys all the way to Omana. So we're going to chase them down a little bit further. We're going to just auto-resolve this. Do a balanced attack, I suppose. There we go. Mbasa has stabbed the dude in the chin or something. I don't know. And we will kill captives. We don't need that shit. Okay, so we have gained a tradition in Anbasa's army, the Children of the Sun. And now the question is, what do we want to put points into? Perhaps border defenders? No. Occupation force? Maybe. Integrity isn't really a big deal for us, especially when we are winning so many battles. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. And then, anyway, we're going to put a point into Persian marksmanship. And now we have an issue. What do we put points into? Maybe conscription? Reduce recruitment costs? Sure, let's do that. Whatever the fuck. Foreign levy units. I don't think we're going to be recruiting foreign levy units, but whatever. Light infantry is our Afar swordsman and our... No, it's just our Afar swordsman. Okay, so that's all we are stuck with to get a bonus on, I suppose. Anyway, we're going to march towards Omana. It's going to be a few turns until we arrive. Gum is deployed to appease the Arabians as we are gone. The public order in Arabia Felix is quite good. We're not going to have any issues, I don't think, as soon as we take Omana. We will garrison it, and that will be more than enough public order-wise. Okay, so we have 750 gold coins that we can't do a goddamn thing with. So what we may as well do is look at our notifications. So we've recruited a bunch of units. We know this. The food shortage has been resolved in Ethiopia, but it'll come back, don't you worry. It's like a waxing and waning process. With every new moon, more people are starving. Which has made like a... People are beginning to associate the moon with death and starvation now. So every time there's a full moon, people lock their doors and they get scared because they know that death will soon be at their doorstep. Oh my god. That is a depressing prospect. Okay, so Anbasa has gained a huge amount of household. Eastern turncoats, flayed enemy skin, Sagittarius as well. And then military tradition and also arrogant. Wonderful. Looks like Anbasa is now an arrogant asshole. Not only is he irresolute, but he is also arrogant. Okay, well that is a bit annoying. Less loyalty, although he has quite a lot of loyalty to begin with. And less influence. Okay, well. That could be worse. I think he has all the household he needs. I'm not sure. Okay, well, I think that's pretty much it for this turn. We are recruiting some ships. We're going to sit tight in Adulis. I don't think there's much we can do there. Anyway, let's see. We do have a matter of state, and his name is Azir. Oh my god. He brought his big boy beard today, that's for sure. A local noble seeking favor gives us a rag of fine colts to do with as we wish. A rag of fine colts. I didn't realize a grouping of colts would be a rag. That's an odd unit of measurement. Anyway, what we can do is stud the horses, and that will benefit us financially, I suppose. We could send them to the army, which would reduce costs for cavalry, which would be a really stupid thing to do because we cannot recruit cavalry, or we could just straight up sell them. So let's stud the horses. Perhaps it will give us some random bonus. I don't know. But anyway, that's it for this turn. Well, I just had to defend Adulis again from Bear Man-ass, who is now dead. Shapir was also killed, and so was... No, never mind. I thought Jalanus was killed. We did destroy a lot of his army, though. He does not have onagers anymore. Shapir's army, we killed like the vast majority of his missile units. He has a lot of spears and cavalry left. A lot of his cavalry was able to make it out of the battle. Unfortunately for us. So now we're going to have to retrain yet again in Adulis. and we're going to have to deal with another shitty half-stack outside of our walls. I don't know what the remnants of Shapir's army is going to do now, but I hope that they mutiny in the desert. You know what? I'm kind of surprised because we've seen very little movement from the rest of the Sassanid vassals. It's just been Mazun. We haven't seen like Makran or anything like that. I feel like they're going to move as soon as we march on Omana. So here comes Anbasa and his army. Apparently he's gained a level. I don't know what he's done in the meantime, but at the very least we can increase his infantry command or possibly desert power. Border Guardian. I never know what to give these assholes. Okay, we'll give him infantry commander as well as cavalry commander. Sure, let's do that. So there we go. He is now en route to Omana. He's going to capture it and complete Arabia Felix. And yes, we had a heroic victory in Adulis, so we will have to merge these two guys. We'll distribute these men amongst these units. Okay, well it seems like that's that. Okay, so 1 unit of spears, 1 unit of a far swordsman. We captured an onager. That's what's costing us so much. I was wondering why our income was in the shit. It's because we captured an onager. As much as I would like to use that in Pacorus and Berenice, it's too fucking expensive, so we'll have to disband it. There we go. Now we are hovering at 240 coins per turn, which is an abysmal amount of cash. We have a fleet though, so at the very least we can head towards Berenice. I wonder if we can actually just blockade it for now. I don't know if this fleet is going to be moving at all. Hard to say. Latem has gained a Rumphia. He's also gained a Diadem. Kneel before Zod. Okay, very interesting. Looks like war. Pontus declared war on the Sassanids. I didn't realize Pontus was still kicking around at this point. Well, there they are. As far as Anatolia goes, it is not looking so good for our good friends, the Eastern Romans. They still have Constantinople, Marcianopolis. Looks like the Gepids are doing a bit of damage. Oh boy. Oh boy. Holy shit, yeah, the Gepids are in Corinth. Shit, the Eastern Romans really are not doing that well. Although they still have a presence in Africa. In like in central North Africa, they're doing okay. Very odd. Anyway, we now have a huge amount of units. We have a food shortage, as we knew this was going to happen. Nazul and Abasa gained levels. So we'll take a look at Nazul very quickly. What does he need to be? I suppose like Overseer would be good. Commander-in-Chief? Nope. That would be terrible. I think Border Guardian would be good. And actually maybe 2 points in Border Guardian? No, I think Overseer will do just nicely. And then Logistician would help as well. So there we go. Nazul is now a better governor. That's pretty much it we're going to do for this turn, I think. We don't want to... we don't need to recruit anything further in Adulis, I don't think. Maybe we can get a single ship. Like a skirmisher? No, that's hardly worth it. Maybe... Can we get some mercenaries? We can get some desert defectors, which would be very helpful, actually. Especially when we are trying to break into Omana, because we know that there's going to be quite a garrison. Okay, so we'll get 1 unit of legionary defectors. We don't need them now, I don't think. Perhaps as we near the city, we will recruit, because we don't want to pay the upkeep. Anyway, let us end the turn yet again. I'm wondering if the Sassanids are going to attack again. Looks like Baelish is going to be... It's Peter Baelish, and he is going to try to take Adulis, probably. I don't know. We could always repair as well. What do we want to repair? Our farm. Okay. Well, just as I predicted, the remnants of Shapir's army have marched, and they're going to try to capture Adulis. I suppose they saw my navy by the city, because they've moved their navy into Berenice, and they've got some Greek fire ships which is annoying. A lot of missile units as well, so I almost wonder if we can just knock them out
Your orders, my lord?
in like a field battle, rather a sea battle. I'm a little worried about those fire ships though.
Yes.
That could be a problem. Can we hire mercenaries? We can. We can get an extra galley. They're identical, weirdly enough, and one costs more. I don't know what the fuck is going on there, but we will get one galley just to help us out with these Sassanids, if need be. Likewise, as we march on Omana, I think we have, yeah, another turn of movement before we have to assault the city, so we can hold off on recruiting a mercenary there as well. Gumshoe is still deployed outside of Arabia Felix, on the very edges of it, I suppose. Or at the very least what we hold, and he's trying to keep people happy. He's handing out flyers, you know. Do you accept Jesus into your life? Shit like that, you know. He's doing a bit of preaching. He's organizing youth events. So like beanbag tosses, shit like that. Trying to raise money through like bottle drives. Just trying to be a community player. Anyway, we can't recruit these 2 units. So we'll reclaim that cash and use it nowhere right now. Actually, maybe we can get another ship.
Yes.
Do we want to just attack them in Berenice? What kind of fleet do they have? Okay, so they have 2 units of skirmishers as garrison. Okay. So they're going to have 15 ships in total. I don't know how dangerous these skirmisher boats are. Can I not just board them
Reporting, my lord.
with all of my military, like my melee ships? I can only assume so. You know what? We'll hire both of these mercenaries, and we'll prepare to attack the fleet in Berenice next turn. And then when we come back, we will march on Omana. We will hire some legionary defectors and capture the town. And I guess we'll have to fight off these Persians as well. So anyway, everyone, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. As I've said before, this is the end of the series. There's just a few more episodes now. Episode 20 will be the last. If you don't want the series to end, be sure to leave a comment. Be sure to leave a like. And maybe share the series as well, because greater viewership obviously will help. If you guys want updates on uploads, or if you want to get in touch with me, you can check me out on social media below. All the links are there. And finally, if you want to see more of the Axumite campaign, or at least watch it until it ends, be sure to come back Monday, because that is when I upload the Axumite series. Anyway, guys, I will see you all later.